So if you can believe it, American Idol has been on for 23 seasons.
I honestly didn't think that show was going to be this successful.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think when we all first watched it, we're like, I don't know. But 23 seasons.
Well,
Good for them.
23 seasons, and you have judges this year being Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood.
Right.
And you still have the original host, Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, still there.
Still doing it.
Wow.
I think he's an executive producer of it now as well, just killing it.
Yes.
So what do you think that these guys get paid per season, the judges? They do not all get paid the same, I will tell you that.
Oh, I
as a
can't
clue.
imagine they do. Yeah.
So let's start with Lionel Richie. What do you think he gets paid to
Per
be on
season?
this would be this season.
Oh, gosh.
2025 season
just
of
for
American
one
Idol.
season. I'm going to go, I don't know. Let's say 11 million.
$11 million. Okay. Kevin, you have a guess?
I'll say lower than that. I'll say $5 million.
$5 million. Okay. Lionel Richie gets paid $10 million
Wow.
a season
A season.
to be on the show.
$10 million.
Luke Bryan. What do you think he's making?
I think he's making more. I would go probably 15.
15 on that?
Yeah, I agree. I think 15. I think he's making more than Lionel.
He's making $12 million
wow.
this year. They're
More than
basically
Lionel.
paying him not to tour.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I was saying. It was kind of like Blake Shelton on The Voice when he was on so many seasons. They're like, well, you're going to have to pay this guy an insane amount of money because he's losing money
Touring. But
from touring, but he's making it on The Voice, obviously.
Luke Bryan is still touring, though, and still doing a bunch of stuff.
Just not as many
So-
shows, probably.
Not as many shows,
Yeah.
but he's got a big tour, though.
All right, Carrie Underwood, first-time judge. She's won the contest, though, before.
Oh, I wonder what she's getting paid.
I say she's making the most. 15 million.
Are you kidding me? You
That's
think
what I'm
she's
saying.
making the most? I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe the least because it's her first season. So I'm gonna go 8 million.
$8 million. She actually is not making the most, but they have a range for her between $10 and $12 million
Wow.
for her first season. $10 to $12 million to be a judge on American Idol. Now, your host, Ryan Seacrest, known on this show for saying Seacrest out at the end of the show. What do you think he's making? That's
Oh
the
my
host
gosh, he's
of
been
the show.
there since the beginning.
And I don't know if this
is
counts.
American Idol.
Yeah, very good. I don't know if this counts him as an executive producer because he has so many projects that he does and so many connections with this show. But what do you think he is making to be a host on this show?
20 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say about that too.
He is making as much as Luke Bryan is making on the show. He's making $12 million.
Yeah.
Still, that's
As a host.
lot of money.
23 seasons?
Yeah.
I think his salary obviously has gone up every year, but $12 million to be the host of American Idol.
Wow, and-
that is absurd.
And I mean, like you said, he just stands there, opens up the show, tells everybody what's going on.
He does a great job, though. He does.
Yeah,
he
he
does,
does.
but he
Yeah.
stands outside the door and
Yeah.
goes like, "Oh, you got the golden ticket!" Like,
That's right.
just
I mean,
like,
there's-
"Hey, how do you feel?" Like, there's not much to it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of thinking and like reporting and stuff that he's doing. But yeah,
Good for him.
That's a great gig to have.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
I mean, he does a radio show. He's
Everything.
executive produces a bunch of shows, The Kardashians, and then you got this show that he does, and this is a big commitment from the auditions to
Yes.
the live shows to the finale, all of that. $12 million for Ryan Seacrest. So, hey, congratulations!
Yeah, that's great.
If you're looking for that kind of money, I think the Powerball is up over $300 million tonight, so you can
There
check
you
that
go.
out for yourself.
You can do it in one night.
You can do it in one night. Just people were up in arms about this whole change in their baggage policy because we all always knew that. I mean, the way they marketed themselves was bags fly free on
Right.
Southwest.
Yeah.
They changed that. They are going to start charging for bags May 28th.
That stinks.
And that is something that people always took advantage of and always loved about that.
I mean,
that
it's
airline.
an extra $25.
At least.
At least. And that's, one way 25 and then you got to come home. So, that's putting $50 on an already expensive ticket. Sure.
And of course, Southwest was like the big airline that gave you like really good fares. So now it's like, are they trying to make up for that with the baggage now or
Right.
whatever? And then they said they're going to get rid of their open seating policy. That's going to be happening in 2026.
Right.
So that was something that they talked about as well. And it didn't say how much they're going to charge for bags yet. That wasn't specified, but people were up in arms about it. But this guy yesterday on the internet, I saw totally break this down of why this is a bad idea for Southwest and kind of compared it to other companies. Check this out.
Southwest canceling their bags fly free makes me think they don't know their customers. We fly Southwest because the bags fly free. You think we want to scramble for a middle seat with no charger and no TV and pay for our bags as well? That's like Waffle House saying, oh, from now on you have to have reservations and we're instituting a dress code. to eat at Waffle House? You have fights here. There are fist fights over my grits and I accept it because the food is cheap and good. That's like McDonald's saying, oh, yeah, from now on our food is going to take about an hour to an hour and a half. Not for $5. No, it's not. It's going to be fast. That's like Subway. This is what happened with Subway canceled the $5 footlong. Oh, you thought we were coming here because the food was good. We were coming here because we had $5 and we were hungry. Little Caesars knows. Their pizzas say $5 hot and ready. They don't say hot, ready, and good. It ain't good. It's just hot and ready. And you got the $5 when we got the pizza. Southwest, I couldn't think of a bigger mistake. Now you just bigger spirit. You're done wrong. You're done wrong.
I love it.
That's some pretty good parallels right there.
But he's right.
That. Yeah, I know. That's what, like I said, that's what you knew Southwest for, was bags fly free, and they just totally ditched that whole thing.
Wow, I wonder.
But it was really funny, though, to see people so ticked off yesterday on the internet about it. And I was just like, okay, well, a lot of airlines charge, but yes, this was the thing that Southwest was known for.
But I mean, think about it. If you have to do a lot of flying for work or your career that maybe you don't get compensated back from your business or something like that, let's say you own your own business or whatever the reason is, you just got to do a lot of flying. That $50 will add up, over time. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of people choose to fly Southwest. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
So Keith Urban, is on that new show with Blake Shelton and Taylor Sheridan called The Road, kind of helping other artists reach their goals in their first headlining, with their first headlining artist. Well, Keith Urban recently shared what his early career goals were, and they were pretty humble, actually.
All I wanted to do was live in America, in Nashville, make records, see if I could get some of those songs on the radio, see if I could get some songs that people know, and then those people maybe want to come and hear those songs live. And then I could tour my own music, right, as a live performer. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Well, I think he checked all the boxes.
I think he has, yeah. The Road, I'm excited to see it, but no air date has been actually announced for that yet, so we'll keep you posted on that. Luke Combs has revealed that he suffers from a particularly wicked form of OCD. He says it's about intrusive thoughts that cause stress and anxiety and had a really bad flare-up recently.
Probably the worst flare-up of it I've had in, I would say, 3 or 4 years, started about 2 days before this trip. It's a lot of rumination, OCD stuff, and it was not ideal. It's thoughts essentially that you don't want to have that you're having, and then they cause you stress, and then you're stressed out, and then the stress causes you to have more of the thoughts, and then you don't understand why you're having them, and you're trying to get rid of them, but trying to get rid of them makes you have more of them, and it's really complex and really detailed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, and apparently that was right before his tour stop in Australia. That was in the beginning of February. But one thing that helps is talking about it and helping others through it. So hopefully he is working through some of those issues. All right, and finally, Blake Shelton was recently in North Carolina and was on stage when he saw a woman holding a sign. And this is what happened. He was on stage.
What does that say? May I hug you for my 84th birthday? How you gonna put that kind of pressure on somebody in front of all these damn people? Now I'm running out loud. I gotta do it, damn it. Bring her back. Bring her around there.
Bring her around.
Some fun. I'll sing.
Bring her around here.
84 years old. She was in the crowd and held up that sign that says, "Can I have a hug for my 84th birthday?" So yes, Blake Shelton brought her around and she went up on stage and he gave her a couple of hugs actually and serenaded her a little bit with All About Tonight. So pretty awesome 84th birthday for that woman. So there you go. That wraps up your Music Minute.
Tampa Bay's hometown morning crew. It's JR, Lana, and the ACM-CMA winner, 27-year radio veteran, the pride of Jesuit High School.
Go Tigers.
USF grad.
Go Bulls.
His name's Kevin Ebel. He has what's training in Tampa Bay.
Well, if you want to check out some spring training baseball and you're out in Lakeland today, Rays take on the Tigers out in Lakeland. First pitch, 1:05. There you go. All right, so St. Patrick's Day is this coming Monday, the 17th. But we've got the River O' Green Festival happening this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park. We got live entertainment, games, delicious food, and, you know, they're going to be dyeing the river green.
Pretty
That's
good,
happening.
Kevin.
By the way, that's going to start at 11 a.m. They're going to start dyeing the Hillsborough River.
So do the drinks start at 11?
If you want them to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will they be green? Yes, of course.
Yes.
You have to when it's the River O' Green Festival. All right, so Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay announced yesterday, on Monday, a new limited time spring break deal. So this, if you get Busch Gardens, a fun card, you can get Adventure Island free for $99.99. That's pretty good. You can also save 40% off park tickets as well. So we have tickets to go to the Food and Wine Fest, which is happening now at Busch Gardens, and that's at 12:20 this afternoon, so be listening for that. A couple animal news stuff happening in the Tampa Bay area. Well, this one's not really Tampa, but I want to make you aware that it could be Tampa Bay. A massive great white is making its way down the Florida coast. 11 feet, 761 pounds off the coast of Vero Beach, but it was up in Jacksonville last week. So could it make its way around the bottom of Florida? It's possible. The name of this great white is Dold. D-O-L-D.
Dold.
Dold. Just sounds menacing.
Perfect time for spring break.
And then finally, we have two kangaroos that will be at Clearwater Marine Aquarium for a limited time. I love their names, by the way. Irwin and Bindi, named after Steve Irwin and his daughter Bindi.
Okay.
All right. So they're going to be there until April 20th. They do have a Pouch Pals Baby Roo encounter where you can actually snuggle with these kangaroos.
What?
So, Lana, would you snuggle with
No.
it? Why?
Because I've seen him on TikTok beating up people. Why would you snuggle with a kangaroo?
But they're small. They're not big kangaroos. They're babies.
Well, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I did. It's called the Pouch Pals Baby Roo Encounter.
They were big ones.
I didn't hear the baby part.
Oh, okay.
So you still wouldn't?
I heard they pack a mean punch.
They do kick. There you go.